Okay, dude, it just insta-kills them. So it's really good. I don't know how I'm pushing this car. I'm so strong. All right, so hello gamers and welcome back to another BattleBit Remastered video. Today I'm going to be ranking every single gadget in BattleBit Remastered. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're new, but yeah, let's just get into it. The first thing I'm going to do is run Assault and go over all of the primary gadgets, and I'll have to go to Leader and Engineer because they have different ones. But yeah, let's start it off with the Advanced Binoculars in this list. The Advanced Binoculars are binoculars that, they do stop, and they're terrible. Don't use them. 0 out of 5. Worst thing ever. Now on to an actually interesting gadget. So this one is, of course, the Anti-Personnel Mine. Now, the Anti-Personnel Mine is one of the most annoying gadgets in the whole game. Now, Claymores do have this reputation of being terrible, but Anti-Personnel Mines might even be worse after they got a buff. So basically, you can place 4 of these, and if you place a 5th, it will actually... Oh my gosh, you have to run so far. I'm dead. I just have to respawn. Rush on multi-islands is crazy, dude. They all just died. So yeah, you can place 4 of these, and after you place the 5th one, the first one will be destroyed. If somebody walks over them, they blow up and die. It's pretty easy to understand. From my experience, I've never survived an explosion from these. They usually just go off immediately and kill you instantly. It's not like a mine where you step on it and then you can like destroy it somehow, like hack it or something, because when you step off of it, it goes off. It's not like that. You just die. I don't have to really go over them too much, and I can't really tell you the exact damage or anything, but I've never survived them, and armor doesn't seem to have any effect on it. Now, Claymores, on the other hand, I have survived, and we'll talk about those in a second. But if you're a higher rank, you already know which one is going to be good. It's a C4, but we'll talk about Claymores first, I guess. Now, Claymores are unlocked at rank 4. Claymore, rank 4. AK-15 is at rank 15, so maybe that's why. Now, the Claymores are just like the Anti-Personnel Mines, except they have these little, like, wires. I thought they were lasers before, but they look like just wires on the ground. Now, if you step in the radius of these 2 wires, it'll go off. It'll make a click, and then it will go off immediately, but not actually instantly, just really quick. And these, on the other hand, if you see them and you jump away like this, you can survive them pretty consistently. Now, they will put you at, like, bleeding health, so if you're down to a decently low health, they will just kill you. Claymores have kind of a bigger reputation than the Anti-Personnel Mines, but that was because they actually used to have no limit and never despawned the entire round, so that's why they were super popular. But actually, I feel like Anti-Personnel Mines are better because they don't have those wires. They're really difficult to see in some areas, and if you step on them, you can't survive. I mean, I've never survived it with the Anti-Personnel Mines, but I've survived Claymores not super consistently. Like, usually you run around a corner, it blows you up, you die, but you can survive them pretty easily. They're easier to avoid, in my opinion. I think it's actually a lot better to not run the Anti-Personnel Mines because of a different gadget, but if you're really gonna go for one of those mine gadgets, I think Anti-Personnel Mines are the way to go now. But without further ado, I'm just gonna despawn, and I'm gonna show you C4, which is the next one. Now, you probably have already used C4, let's be real, but we'll talk about why it's so good. So, the base amount you get on these is 4 and 3 if you're medic. That'll go up to about 5 or 6 if you're using a backpack, and it depends on the backpack. Some of them will give you more. The C4 cannot destroy walls like this, but they can destroy brick walls, as you can see. They can also destroy some structures, not these kind of structures, but that kind of structure. Any kind of small boxes, walls like that, they can break. And anybody within a couple foot radius, they will kill instantly from full health, and anything after that a little bit, they will deal damage, but the radius is really small. The main thing you can do with these is that they actually can destroy walls and kill the enemy behind the wall. This includes floors too, which cannot be destroyed. For whatever reason, those also work. So you can also spam them and just blow people up with them. They're really easy to swap to depending on what you have. Now, Assault swaps extremely fast, so that's probably going to be the best class for using these, but every class is great with them. If you're like me, or pretty much any player ever, you run these as your man. Like, they are your only primary gadget. Even if you're not somebody who's super sweaty and runs around killing like 8 people with them at a time. Like myself, I have 100 kills on them, but that's nothing compared to what some people have. Even I love them because they're just fun for breaking walls and breaking buildings and just running around. They're also great against vehicles. They can destroy most vehicles in just a couple of hits. Tanks and choppers, you should go 3 or 4 to actually blow them up instantly, but yeah, they'll blow them up, kill the person inside as well. Great anti-vehicle, great anti-personnel, great for destroying stuff. They also are thrown really fast. I don't know. They're just amazing. I think they should honestly nerf them. How they would nerf them, I'm not too sure. Maybe they shouldn't be able to kill people through walls after breaking a wall. That's kind of dumb. Maybe you should have to throw a second one to do that, but I don't know. The next one is the name I can't say on YouTube, C4. It blows you up instantly. Now, it actually knocks you down, so you can actually be revived, which is kind of against the point of the whole name of it, which I can't say on YouTube. So you can run up, use the item, and then get revived and come back from the dead, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. This is a really awful item for nothing but trolling people. You can run up, you can you know, use the item. I can't say what it does. Now another round started, and we can talk about the smoke grenade launcher, which is a launcher that shoots smoke grenades. Now it can't actually kill anybody with it, which is annoying, but it does have smoke grenades, which will immediately smoke. They'll immediately smoke up. Their impact, which is really awesome. Holy, they go far. And depending on your backpack and your class, you get a ton of them. It is pretty crazy. It really does depend on which class you're using and how you're playing the game, but this is honestly a really underrated gadget because you can run a normal grenade and then you can run the smoke grenade launcher as well. Then we have the Bino Soflam on the leader class. These ones are kind of dumb because they just show the distance and rangefinder. Just use that. They haven't really added any use to them. It would be cool if binoculars like spotted people and then kept them spotted for your teammates or something, but yeah, as you can see, they do nothing right now. Moving on to the engineer, we have another two which are pretty interesting, the anti-vehicle mine and the repair tool. Now in a 32-player server, I'm not going to be able to show you guys what these do too much, but it's like an anti-personnel mine but for vehicles. Now this doesn't usually do that much damage, but it depends on the vehicle. On a small vehicle, this will instantly destroy that vehicle, which is awesome, but on big vehicles like a tank, it's not very good. I only really recommend that you run these if you're planning on camping at somebody's base, which if you're doing that, shame on you. But if you're going to play a little bit more, you know, up in your face, you're going to want to use C4, so that's my opinion. But then you have the repair tool. Now the repair tool, it also I don't think can kill anybody, which is sad, but you walk up to vehicles and you can slowly heal them. Now I don't think it goes to full health, which is annoying, but the only time that this one is really that great in my opinion is if you're in a helicopter and your friend is flying it and you're healing it constantly while it's in the air. That's pretty fun. Other than that, it's really up to you if you want to use it. If you're really playing like engineer, like vehicle helper type, you could do that, but this is another gadget that I've seen only one time in game anybody using. I've seen anti-vehicle mines like 3 times, and yeah, most people are just running anti-personnel mines or C4. But now we are on to the secondary gadgets. Now the secondary gadgets are really great. I love them. There's a ton of really interesting ones. The first one being the grappling hook. Now the grappling hook I'll probably just use in my spawn here is, yes, a grappling hook. Now you can use 3 grapples. I think it depends. Sometimes you can only have like 2 of them, but as you can see, you shoot them up and it does not instantly grapple you, but they have a really good range. Like, they can go up massive buildings, and as you can see, you get on these and you can climb walls. You've probably seen them in game, and you probably didn't know this, but you can equip it on assault. Don't use it on sniper. I mean, you can if you want to snipe with it, but yeah, also if you spam space, you go up the grapples faster. And also watch my 100 tips and tricks video, and yeah, as you can see, you can get up here. Also, if you jump off of them, you can get some awesome like plays like that. I've gotten some really cool ones. It's a great secondary gadget for a class like sniper or assault, and I think that's the only 2 classes that can run it, but it's really good on both of those. And you have the pickaxe. Now the pickaxe is a really fun tool that I don't see a ton of people talking about, but as you can see, if I can find some bricks, here's some bricks. It only really works on bricks. Like, you can destroy stuff with it, but it's not great for that at all. But as you can see here, it breaks basically like a single brick. You're probably like, okay, what's the purpose of this? This is terrible. Well, as you can see, the best peeking spots ever. This is great for assault, and this is great for sniper. It's especially good for sniping on like night maps and stuff, but even here, as you can see, I have a really good angle, and I'm not really going to get shot from a ton of people. You know, I'm going to have a really small angle I can hold, but I'm going to be way harder to kill as well. I think the pickaxe is an underrated tool for sure. I think it's actually better than the sledgehammer, because if you have C4, sledgehammers a little bit redundant, but it depends on how you play. But moving on to the riot shield, it's not the best. Basically, you can avoid getting hit and block people's bullets and stuff, but no, you can't melee with it. It's kind of nice if you're playing in a group like this, like they're trying to kill it and they can't. And we have the sledgehammer, and I already said that this is worse than the pickaxe, but it really depends. If you're not running C4 currently and you want something that just breaks stuff, this is an amazing tool against brick walls because it will destroy basically an entire human-sized hole, if not more, in a single hit, which is of course going to be really good for breaking into stuff. As you can see, if you're playing with your team and you want to get through somewhere pretty easily, it's really good for getting flank routes and stuff, but of course the C4 is better. As you can see, like, I can just go boop boop boop, and it's all gone. The sledgehammer is cool because it's like an infinite use C4, but you have to be really close. You can't blow up multiple at once, and yes, you can kill people with the pickaxe and the sledgehammer, but it takes 2 hits. They swing super slow, and they have terrible range, so they're really not good as weapons. But then you have these small ammo kits. Now, the small ammo kits are awesome. That spawn was crazy. So as you're going to see here, ooh, I'm shooting all my bullets. Oh no, all my bullets are gone. And as you can see, I cannot get half the stuff that's here. I cannot get more C4 or my primary gadget, basically, and I cannot get more frags. However, I can get more primary, secondary ammo, and bandages. So if you're running out of bandages all the time, or you're running out of ammo all the time, these are really, really good, especially on Assault. They do spawn there, wow. So if you're playing Assault, the grappling hook, pickaxe, small ammo kit are all really good options. Personally, I'm gonna run the pickaxe, because kind of funny. Moving on to medic, we only have one, and you guys have already used it probably, but I'll go over it really quickly. It's the medic kit. You can press X to drop it on the ground, and people can slowly heal by holding F, and then it will heal like 10, and then 10. It's super slow. Or you can hold mouse 1 or left click and heal yourself, or mouse 2 or right click and heal others. You can drop 1 on the ground and still have an extra, but it depends on your backpack. If you're running a big backpack, I think you get 3 of them. Overall, they're obviously a really, really good gadget, but it's the only thing you can run on medic, so use it on medic. I don't know what to tell you. Moving on to the engineer. Now, he has some pretty crazy secondary gadgets. Now, he can run, I guess, 2 repair tools for whatever reason, but there's really no reason to run that second repair tool when you can run an RPG. First is the RPG frag rounds. Now, the RPG frag rounds seem like they're good, except at the current moment, they're not really that good. These are anti-personnel rounds, and they are really good at destroying people and blowing them up. However, they're actually not. Pretty much everybody agrees that they're actually worse for personnel than heat, which is the default ammo. So don't really use them, but of course, it's still good. Then we have heat, and this is the main RPG you should be running because it's good against vehicles and it's good against personnel as well. You have to aim to fire. You get about 6 rounds depending on what you have as your backpack and stuff. But yeah, you hit somebody with it directly or like in their general area and it will insta-kill them. I rarely will get like full hit markers with this. It either feels like it should have hit and it didn't hit, or it just insta-kills them. So it's really good. I don't know how I'm pushing this car. I'm so strong, guys. I'm so strong. This one will go all the way out to 500 meters, which I've gotten kills at like 400. It's pretty crazy. Although you do have to lead your shots at that range quite a bit. It's about the same in terms of like overall trajectory as the frag rounds. And yeah, I just use heat, honestly. Then we have the PGO7 frag rounds, which are really weird because this is basically the other frag round, but it has a scope. But it's still for personnel, not for vehicles. But I guess you can use it over range if you really want to. I don't really know why you'd use these scoped ones that much. I don't know anybody who's really running this at like 500 meters. And we have the exact same one, which is the PGO7, but with the heat. It really just comes down to, do you like the scope? If you like the scope, then use it. I don't know what the zeroing distance is for that. That was really weird. I was shooting way over. But if you're a big fan of the scope on this, then run it. But if you're not a big fan of the scope, then don't. The scope doesn't really affect like the actual... Okay, apparently it just shoots way over that. That guy's just like... Is that guy just gonna stand there? What is he doing? I'm just not a big fan of the scoped ones. I just use heat. But then we have the last one, which is a really underrated one in my opinion, the tandem. Now the tandem is unlocked at rank 33 and it has a lot of drop. As you can see, it only has 200 meters effective range. This is for up close and personal against vehicles. Now this is an amazing RPG against vehicles. You only get 3 uses instead of 6 from the heat, and it has crazy drop and not very good range, and it's terrible against people. However, this is an amazing RPG against vehicles. It does basically double the damage of anything else against vehicles. Being able to one-shot many armored vehicles from the back, which is crazy. But overall, I do recommend heat with the iron sights. That's how I go with it, but it's really up to you, you know. But then we have secondary gadgets on the support class, and now you do get 3 instead of 2 from the small ammo kits, which is cool and all, but you do get more. It just depends on what you're running. But then we have the heavy ammo kit. Now the heavy, you also get 3 depending on your setup, but this one you still get 3, which is pretty crazy. And as you can see with this one, it has way more points, so you can get 50 primary mags and 50 secondary mags, 5 bandages, which is not very good, 5 C4, and 5 grenades from each, which basically means that you can have like 30 C4 and like 20 frags from all of your kits together. If you're spamming frags, if you're doing all that kind of stuff, if you're holding an objective, the heavy ammo kit is the way to go. The light ammo kit is not good at all. I don't know how they'd ever buff it without making it like the best thing to run on assault, but yeah, there's no reason to ever run the light one. But yeah, the heavy ones are crazy because I can just put this down, 4 more frags, I throw another frag, pick up another frag, throw some more frags, get some more hit markers, you know, have some fun frag gameplay. And I just put this down, and the cycle continues until I get a billion frag kills. I think I got, like, the first time I tried this, I had like 40 frag kills, and I hadn't even done it the whole round. Like, it is crazy, dude. I'm just not a big fan of the support class because I don't like the movement, but if you like to spam frag grenades, C4, all that kind of stuff, yeah, go with the heavy ones. Don't go with the light ones. The light ones are terrible. Now I'm just gonna respawn. You don't get the kill. On to the recon class. This is the last class, and this one has a lot of interesting ones for sure. First off, the air drone. The air drone has the very funny and not very well-known strategy. You could put claymores on it. Did you know that? Yeah, everyone knows that. But as you can see, you got a drone. You can ping people with it. It's not really that great. I think you should get like a spawning bonus that gives you actual XP, but you don't, so it's kind of bad. You also can't kill people with the blades on it, which would be awesome. Like, you should be able to go up and blade people with it. It also gets destroyed in one bullet. And yeah, the only time you'll ever see this out is when it has claymores on it and people are trying to fly it up and blow people up, because that's really the only way to really use it and do anything with it. But it's kind of cool that you can walk in and do stuff like that. Then it has the MDX 201. Now this is a really interesting gadget that is very underrated in my opinion. And if you put these down, they make a glint when people are far away, as you can see, like it's a sniper rifle. This is really good because yes, if you're using a long range scope, it does get people with automatic guns to not immediately shoot at you. So if you're sitting really far away with like a 20 times scope, it's pretty good. However, if you're not running a scope, it's just gonna tell people where you are, so don't use it. For example, right now I'm running the M200 with a medium range. I would not want to run this at all. It's definitely an underrated gadget for sure. People don't seem to think that it's any good. Like, it's not really the best, but it's good enough, you know? It does stuff. How many people are around here? Okay, that does nothing. Awesome. And then it has the pickaxe and the sledgehammer, but that's it. We did it. We got everything. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy, that's the ultimate gadget guide in BattleBit Remastered. I hope you guys learned something. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. Very epic, very gameplay, very gaming. Have a nice day. Goodbye. They're all right there, dude. Okay, dude.